show called Y'all Love Snowfall about to drop.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw a preview for it. It looked pretty good. It looked pretty good actually. The well, I guess the preview, I guess sneak teaser picture they had. He was on a building looking down.
Yeah, right. I was looking at that too. I was like, I really need to get into the show. People keep telling me to watch it, but I haven't. I had like one person tell me they couldn't get into it. And I was like, okay, but I have like 10 other people tell me that they could. So
see, that's the thing. Like, oh my god, I love me some Snow. Oh, I love a lot of FX's more. I like FX's shows because they're a lot more darker and my tone of comedy or drama.
People dying? Comedy. Let's go.
It's like if you watch Sons of Anarchy, it's a drama, but like the comedy in it hits like different. Like, oh yeah, you just killed a guy by having him, stand on a landmine, or dude gets hit in the back of the head and asking about cheesecake or something. Or let me eat my cake before he gets killed.
Yeah, definitely understand that. Kind of like ATL. I get it. Yeah. It's a dark humor. A dark humor to it. All right. So I guess everybody, welcome to the show. As you can tell, we're without our fearless leader again, Mr. Max, but he will be back sometime soon, so don't worry. But in the meantime, you have us three. And I know last time we had our show here, I had Mr. Meta with us earlier. He will be joining us later as well. So a couple of things I catch up on. But thank you for coming to our show again, guys. As your second co-pilot / I guess in charge / dictator until Max gets back. I'm King once again, and we have Mr. Random here.
What it do?
And then we got Mr. James there with us.
What's going on?
All right. Hope everyone's doing good. But don't let me forget, make sure that everyone, you will click like and subscribe, and so you can get all of our notifications as well when we put out new shows. We really want to say we appreciate all 6 of you fans for sticking with us and watching all of our shows as well. So we definitely want to keep it going for the new year as well. So just going forward, what we're going to talk about today, if I'm not mistaken, we're actually going to start out with some shows we've been watching as of recently. And some of that are pretty good. So Mr. James, you want to start out with one of your shows you were speaking about a little earlier?
Yes, why not? Recently, I just finished up the show called Arcane on Netflix. Arcane basically is based off the League of Legends. I literally just finished it today, honestly.
Oh, you finished it today? Okay.
Yeah, I finished it today. It was really good. It took me a little while to watch it. It came out November 6th of 2021. And it's by like Riot Games and Forge Force production companies. Basically like action and adventure, is made after the game.
Right.
And it's one season so far. It definitely was a binge watch, honestly. Getting into the characters, I don't know much about League of Legends. It's been around for a while. And the character building, it started off as kids. The main characters were Powder, which is a little girl that ends up becoming Jinx, which is shown on the cover here as she gets older. Then you got Vi, which is her sister. We have Jace, which is a young scientist. And another standout character that I like that came out towards the end of the season is Echo, but he was a younger kid in the beginning of the season that happened to show up. So during this, I guess a quick synopsis of it, basically you have the slums and then you have an empire that's basically like the foundation of it is like, making new tools and being the mecca for innovation around the world. And as a kid, Jace seen something with his mom, I believe, and it was like somebody that was like basically performing with quote unquote magic and not actually just like something with science. And he really wants to get into that because he wants to improve the standard of living for everybody because he understands how bad the slums are, because basically there's a big separation, even a bridge that separates the mecca of the where everybody that's like in power that has money versus the slums. And the people in slums need help too, but they kind of just get disregarded. And there's a little kind of a, based off the factions, there's kind of a pact between the military police and the slums about anybody, or the gangs that are there, anybody that won't trespass on the other side, so there won't be any type of fighting or anything, because fighting did happen in the past and it didn't end well. And a lot of people died on both sides. So the story just starts off as these kids young, And as they grow up, they want to change things. And, they have all their life situations. And Jace ends up being able to discover magic, and he's trying to harness it. And then the story just runs from there. One of the biggest standout characters, honestly, is Powder as a little girl that eventually turns to Jinx. And when she grows up to Jinx, she has all these twisted memories because of so many things that happened in the past as she's a kid. I don't want to spoil the whole show, but a lot of things happened in the past. She was a kid that really traumatized her. So she sees all of the young kids from her past, and they mess with her mind. So she goes back and forth between being a good person and being a bad person. You can see the psychological, terror that's going on in her mind. Like, she's really fighting with herself. Like, who is the person she's supposed to listen to? How good is she supposed to be? Or should she just say, forget everybody or kill everybody at the same time and stand at the top of the world, basically? And she, of course, she lives in the slums. And then, as a little kid, I want to mention this one other character. His name is Echo. He comes in at the end. Basically, as a kid, he was like a little boy that worked in the shop with Powder's dad. And essentially, he's like a little black boy, which I want to mention that because, it's like the one black character out of the whole show, honestly, that I really paid attention to. And he kind of disappeared as a kid, once everything happened. And they just did a time skip and they grew older.
All right.
And once he grew older, he's started taking care of some kids in the slums. And, he's grown up to be somebody that's super smart, very level-headed, can still create all types of trinkets and everything like that. And he ends up coming into contact with a really good scientist himself. And I think once where the end of the show is at, it's both factions are at heads with each other, and what side should choose peace versus which side should, choose war because they want to be independent. And then it just ends right where you why did this even happen at this point? Everything seems like it might worked out. But of course, the cliffhanger is crazy because you wonder how many people might die or not die. But supposedly the next season of Arcane won't be out till at least 2023. That's the sad part. I was hoping that we have the next season by the end of this year, since it came out November of last year, but that doesn't seem to be the case based off the producers of it.
Well, I do know of Arcane. There's a few more projects in the works. Not all of them are TV shows, because the whole thing with V and Jinx, they were rumored to have been connected for a good minute in League of Legends, and then when they made Arcane, it solidified it.
Okay.
Dude, Echo, before Arcane came out, they already announced he's getting his own standalone game.
Is he really?
Yeah, it's gonna be
that'd be dope.
It's gonna be Hollow. I think it's gonna be like Hollow Knight, if I remember correctly. It's gonna be a game like Hollow Knight.
Oh, okay.
He stands alone as a character like Miles Morales. That's the next big character I could think. I was he seems like he could solo something. That's how great of a character they could actually build off of him if they really wanted to. That's why I was excited about him when he came back. And I was like, yo, this is actually a really dope character. And, no matter the color, I just think their character is really dope for how he acts in his persona and his, the way he wants to protect. And, I guess increase the livelihood of everybody in the slums.
Okay. So what was I guess the question I'm going to ask you, I like to ask a question a lot too, is what were your pros and cons about that you liked about the show?
I would say, I guess I would go with the cons first. The con is I almost wish there wasn't a time skip, but I understand that it had to be a time skip. Basically, there's a couple of episodes, the next thing you know, it was a time skip.
Okay.
But the pro about that is that they had the time skip, you really got into the meat of the story, because where it ended at, where they did the time skip jump, it's yo, that's crazy. What's going to happen now from there? It could have felt like it could have been an ending. So I like the way that they did it. I love the cliffhangers in it. The biggest pro was how the characters developed throughout the show. Even though it had the time skip, you could see morality coming in, and I'm deciding to choose between that quote unquote good and evil, but who they should help, who they should not help. Should it just be for the people, or should they just take matters into their own hands? and to kill, to not to kill. Like, it's a lot of morals that goes on in the show, and they have to decide really what they want to do. And a lot of accidents happen. It's like real life. You're like, man, like, I can understand if I was in the slums, that like that'd be a pretty hard life. And then you can see how like gangs might develop, and then you can see how people in the upper echelon want to keep things the same, but they don't want to invite anybody in. You kind of see that in our society, like how, you know, you have people that, you include ourselves, but, you know, you have some upper echelon, like, you know, they live in $1 million mansions, but, you know, they have communities and everything like that. As soon as somebody like maybe us, depending on how they feel, walk in, the question like, hey, you're not from around here. Why are you here? And then, you know, something could break out, or something bad could happen just because they don't think you belong, even though you are actually a human too. Like, you are a being that has your own rights, but they don't see it that way.
I got you.
So I have a question. Would you take the slums of Piltover or the slums of Midgar? Which one would you take? If you had to pick one to live in.
That's true. The name of the slums is Piltover. That's ooh.
I'm not going to Slums of Midgar. At least I know they know stuff going on.
Yeah.
without ruining it for everybody. So without ruining everybody, I think I'll go with Midgar for me personally.
Honestly, the slums of Midgar actually seems like a safer place. Yeah. Honestly,
I think from what I've seen of Arcane, I was like, I don't trust y'all slums. Y'all seem kind of.
Yo, you can literally end up dead at any time in Arcane. Honestly, or hooked on some drug, or like your whole body getting morphed out, or you get thrown down to even deeper slums, and you.
All right, now you're getting the spoilers now. Now.
It's just, but it just jumps into some dark moments. You're like, man, it can get worse. Like, how can it get worse than this? So that's where I'm at. So
I give you on that. I watched the show as well, and without ruining it for the viewers that are watching our show, podcast / YouTube show, I think it's for me. I gave it an 8 out of 10. I guess the only reason I did give it an 8 out of 10 was because of the fact that I liked the animation of it. Actually, I didn't think the animation style was going to be good until I watched it. Actually, and it actually worked out. Woo, excuse me. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So,
but doing that blow, huh?
I know, right? You know,
probably behind a computer, you know.
Hey, you know, it's right here, but can't show everybody. Like, no, it's not stepped on. It's fresh.
Let me put that in post. Have like a whole bunch of cloud come up. Like,
if you're gonna do it for me, do it. I know you can. Give me the special effects for it. But I gave it an 8 out of 10, as I was saying a little earlier, because I liked I didn't like the animation of it at first, but as it progressed throughout the show, I did start to like it. And I think what got me is that this is one of them shows that when you hear someone's voice, you kind of go, I know who that is. And the guy that played as the character Silco, the guy that plays him is actually Jason Spisak. All right, I'm going to say his last name wrong, but he's actually known for playing Young Justice. He's Kid Flash / Wally West, who unfortunately died off in that show. You haven't watched it yet, but I ruined it for you there. And
man.
Huh?
What season was that? Okay. Was it?
Nope. Sorry, season 2.
Okay.
That was season 2. He died off. But he's done a lot of other shows as well, other movies and shows too. So he's played Joker. He played a Joker in a couple of Batman movies as well, and Lego Batman movies.
That's where I heard his voice from.
Yeah, because he played as Batman, not Batman, sorry. He played in Batman Hush as the Joker. So he has one of them voices where when I hear him, I'm like, I know who that is. And then you also have up and coming stars, kind of like who played Haley Stanfield. She played as Vi, the main character in Arcane. But she was also Gwen Stacy. She's also Gwen Stacy in the Spider-Verse. So she's reprising that role as Gwen Stacy as well as Spider-Woman in the next movie too. Yep. I get in trouble there. There we go. So we got that going on there. But I did like this show though, because I think it really brought in a lot of magic and engineering as well. And you can see the conflict between, and this is a character the character we're going to talk about is Jace and Victor, and their relationship, how they became engulfed in their work as well, trying to better society, but at the same time engulf themselves and going in a certain direction that you don't see also from the beginning. But as it comes to the end, you're like, oh wow, I can see someone getting caught up in something of that nature as well. So I think their relationship to me is what got me started in this whole show. And I thought kept me afloat within it too. But like you said earlier too, James, Vi and Jinx, the ones that push the narrative forward. You think something's going to happen different, but then it gives you a twist and a turn between their relationship between the two as the show goes on. So that's why I'm really excited for the next season. We're pretty good. But there are some not heartthrobs. There are some heartbreaking moments in there though within the show. So it's pretty good. So I give it a 10, 8 out of 10.
I have no idea who Jake is. I was looking him up, see if I could bring him up. I was like, don't know who this guy is.
I'll give it an 8.7 out of 10. Actually, it captured me more than I thought it would. So, but I think it was like you said, the animation style. I like the animation style, and I like the characters and their conflicts that they had to deal with within themselves. Like, choosing right from wrong in their opinion based off where they were at in society and who it might affect as far as the people go.
Right. Yeah. It's a good.
I might have to finish it at some point. It's one of those things. Like I started it, but like in true Netflix fashion, I have a problem with binging things. I just won't do it.
Yeah.
It's just like I started and I was like, I'll get back to it.
I get it. I
need my weekly reminder so I can keep up. Feel like I'm in the conversation when it's dropping every episode, like every week.
Yeah. Yeah, it keeps you going though. It's like I know Netflix has I mean, just to be honest, there's so many different streaming services though. It's just hard to keep up with everything too though at the same time. So I definitely do get it. And plus, at the end of the day, with all the streaming services we have, it's so much, like I said, so much to digest and so many different shows that are out there too. And then plus, you got sports fans that are doing both basketball, football, baseball, hockey, all other things too. So it's a lot going on. But at the same time, just trying to be a proper adult and go to work and watch TV and do cocaine at the same time is tough. It's tough. You just can't do everything.
You know what, though? I like to point out, how about them Cowboys? You know what I'm saying?
How about them Cowboys? Oh man, thank you.
I think you want to say that subject for Meta when he gets on.
I might bring it back up, boy. Did y'all see the end of that game? But yeah, I'll bring that back up later.
Oh man, you're gonna get him, huh? You're gonna get him. I think the best thing to say there is you can't spell Dallas without 2 L's.
I'm gonna steal that one. Boy. Woo!
I mean, but isn't there an Eagles fan in here too?
Yes.
We're not talking about Pennsylvania teams. We're gonna stop.
We're just gonna stop. Hey, look, at least we won multiple playoff games in the past 25 seasons, but I'll leave that alone.
I can't say no. I don't watch football, so I can't say much. I just know I got good jokes for it.
Yeah. So I was excited. I was like, all right, I just need my team to win.
Yeah, I saw that too. So I think the funniest thing for me right now is listening to Skip Bayless and damn.
Why does he hate Dallas so much?
Huh?
Why does he hate Dallas so much?
No, it's not even. What's the Skip hate? No. Skip loves Dallas.
No.
Shannon Sharp gives him hell about Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shannon Sharp be giving him hell, boy. But if anything, they're both entertaining though for their shows and respectfully for their podcast. And then they also got separate podcasts from each other too. So listen to Shannon Sharp's and Skip Bayless just started his.
I was thinking of Stephen A.
I think last week. Oh yes, now Stephen A hates Dallas. Yeah, now he does.
Why? Like I don't know what they did to him, but God, he hates him. So,
he trolls him every chance he gets, and it's hilarious, man. The most recent one he did was classic with a cowboy hat in front of camera. I seen it. It was pretty good. So it's football season. What can we say? Well, the next game is Sunday, right?
No, football's over. Football's over.
For some people, right? My bad. Basketball about to finish up too. Well, I guess they got the not playoffs, but the All-Star in February, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it finishes after football though, so
yeah.
Weird. I feel like basketball used to be like at a different time period. Now it all just overlaps.
Yeah, I think this. I don't know. I guess I feel like it kind of overlaps, but I feel like there's more games for some strange reason as far as basketball goes. And I feel like football, you have a couple of bye weeks that overlap and everything of that nature too. Plus they stretch out the playoffs. Huh?
Did they get football one more game? Did they extend the season?
Yeah, they extended their season. I know basketball extended their season. Okay. All right, what's next? Hockey, y'all know y'all want to extend yours too.
Yeah,
it's like year-round sports. That's it.
right.
I mean, it took me the longest. It took me the longest to realize baseball. They play each other back to back to back for a while. It took me the longest to realize that. I was like, "What the fuck?" You know, I was like, "They're playing them again." God damn! I was like, "That again?"
So many games, right? That's what I was thinking too, and I was like, "Oh, okay, now I get it." But I was
it took me a while to realize that. Like, as I got older, I was like, "Oh, they're playing more games." Okay, I got it now. They don't travel as much, but when they travel, they stay in one sport.
That's one sport. That's one boring sport to watch. Though. Fun to watch in person. Not that fun to watch on TV.
In person. On TV, totally different story.
It's not as boring as golf. I feel like it's not as boring as golf. Like if you take the ball away, you're just walking.
You know what? Golf's not a sport.
Golf's not a what? It's a single person sport. What do you mean?
It's in the Olympics.
It's not Tiger Woods. You say that. Tiger Woods. You say that.
No. These people are fit. But it's not a sport.
I want somebody real to go out there. I want somebody to really go on the golf course, weigh 250 pounds of just fat, swinging the ball, and go, you know what? He needs to be out there. He should be out there.
Yeah, when that happens, like bowling, it's like,
No, not bowling. Hey, bowling gets serious, though. I've seen it.
All technique. It's just you and yourself. It's all technique. Really.
Is it really?
That's what I call a Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm done. Yeah.
And I'm on the dad jokes. I'm on the dad jokes. All right, I got it. I got you. That's gonna be this Saturday night, huh? All right. So we talked about Arcane. I guess I'll go into the subject I was going to talk about today. Is going to be Hawkeye, and so I don't want to.
Avenger.
The what now?
The best Avenger.
We can argue that. We can argue that because I mean the theory honestly is that every L that the Avengers have taken has been when Hawkeye has not been present. That's actually a theory, and it's actually a true theory, but it's a theory nonetheless. And so I get it for the MCU universe that he is the glue that holds the team together, and he is the glue that holds the team together because he's a human with a family, unlike Black Widow.
I was thinking that I was like, it's got to be because he has a family. I was like, it must be because he has a family.
Well, I mean, I get it.
And think about all the other Avengers. Like, I mean, think about all the Avengers. Like,
no, Tony has a family.
Who?
Tony.
Yeah, I mean, Tony has a family. You know, but
I was ready to end before he died.
I said he was married, but he didn't have a family before. He didn't have a family before they started the Avengers, technically.
Right.
So Tony was getting in a relationship.
And most of the time, the Avengers, he didn't have a family.
Yeah, but Clinton Barton actually had a family prior, during, and after the events that are happening in question in the show and everything. But yes, Hawkeye. It's 6 episodes.
Yep.
About 44 minutes worth of episodes.
Yes.
So if you did put commercials in there, it'd be a complete hour. But luckily, we have streaming services, and our first world problems don't happen that way. But as I was saying, with Hawkeye, very, very good show, to be honest with you. I'm actually going to give it a 9 out of 10. And I give it a 9 out of 10 because of the fact of the events that occur and how can I say, the events that are occurring within the show actually happen during the movies and in between the blip or snap of Thanos' snap, and how he picks himself up from being who he is from the past into the present. So the ramifications of his past actually hurts him in the present as well.
Wait. So what you're saying is this takes place during the blip?
No, after the blip.
Oh, after the blip.
No. What I'm saying is that they actually touched base on what happened during the blip.
Okay.
In his life, what happened during that time.
Yeah, they
incorporated when he was Ronin.
Yep.
Yes, it sure did.
Yep. And I think the show, just to give a little tidbit on what's going on in the show without ruining it. Clint Barton, who was played by Jeremy Renner, is Hawkeye, and it's taking place during Christmas. The scenes, the events are taking during Christmas after the 5-year snap. Well, actually, is it 5 years, 6 years now? No, still 5. After the 5-year snap. So just a little insight on the first episode. This picks up on the first episode where first Avengers movie happened within New York, and the T'Chari attacking New York at the Avengers building. And in this case, it's Kate Bishop, who, if anybody reads the comic books, is a Hawkeye technically in comic books as well, and partner to Clint Barton also.
They need to get a new name for her at some point.
I was just wondering, did she have another name?
No, they're both Hawkeye, which is
they're both Hawkeye.
Even in the game, so they're both Hawkeye.
Under him, she was never called a different name. She was
don't give me the line. Don't give me the line about that one. I'm not sure. I know the current run of Kate Bishop. She's Hawkeye. And also within, don't quote me, but I want to say Old Man Hawkeye. He's his partner. Well, they were working together at one point in time, but they're not anymore, if I'm not mistaken. But don't quote me on that. I know she's in Old Man Hawkeye as well, because of Old Man Logan, that timeline or whatnot. But
Lady Hawkeye, Hawkeye. Okay.
I don't think I ever call her anything but like Hawkeye. It's just.
I mean, I think it's just names people just made up. I think her name is Hawkeye.
Yeah, because Hawkeye was not a good name at all.
And look, I was looking, I was like, why is this here? Okay.
It's like a
Lugia or something. Yeah, I don't like that one. But Kate Bishop apparently has a wealthy family, and at the time we are unaware of what her family does. But she witnesses the T'Chari attack New York. And her father goes missing, and we making the assumption he's dead. And her mother, she witnesses Clinton Barton, Hawkeye, save her technically from being killed, and she watches as he escapes the T'Chari into a building with his bow and arrows. And so, once they go to the funeral for her father, her mother asked what she would like to go forward because they survived the attack, and she says that she wants to bow and arrow. So you make that assumption there from the beginning of the intro to where timeline goes forward. The timeline goes forward from the beginning of the show, from the Avengers scene all the way to 5 years forward, and how who she's become. So she's been trained up well. She's been taking bow and arrow classes, and her mother apparently takes over the company of what her father was doing. And not to spoil it, like I said, I'm very bad at spoiling things. I'm not going to do that to y'all today because I know some people haven't watched Hawkeye as of just yet. But the ramifications of running into Clinton Barton at this point in time in the first episode, and somehow, some way, because of the fact that Clint Barton is no longer Ronin, which we've already established, he loses the Ronin suit and gets rid of it and his sword. I'm guessing. Well, I'm not gonna say guessing. Somehow, some way, he lost it, and it goes on auction in the first episode, and Kate Bishop ends up with it somehow, some way.
So it happened because whenever the Avengers complex or compound got
destroyed, my bad, you're right. Mm-hmm.
People came in and probably raided it around that time when the snap and everybody disappeared, and I think that's how this came and raided it, and then I don't know what happened after that fact, but
you're about right.
I know.
Huh?
How do people keep committing crimes in New York City?
Well, I'm telling you, that's a good question. I'm not going to ruin it for you.
I know. I understand like the organized crime part of New York City, but it's like still there's too many heroes in New York City. Like, what about Iowa? Go to Iowa or something, you know?
Look, man, there's a lot going on. You know, Hell's Kitchen. You got Spider-Man's little location there. Hell, I'm surprised Hobgoblin doesn't popped up just yet. But
if they bring in the Fantastic Four, you're gonna have them walking around. It's like, if you don't commit a crime in New York City, you were asking for it.
Yeah, this should all be like one big team. You know, it's like, hey, stop everybody.
They are at times. They there's some teams that are like pretty much the meshes of the other teams. It's like, and I think like the X-Men technically don't live that far from New York City.
I mean,
right?
They're up in Northeastern.
Okay.
Well, I'd imagine because in a Spider-Man animated series, he did web sling his way to the mansion.
Yeah, so it's like,
but he was on trees.
Was he on trees? Well, don't get me wrong. I just remember the crossover episode of Spider-Man and X-Men, and when they were trying to get rid of his mutanic gene, and then after that he turned into the Man Spider. So that's just more tidbit for y'all guys after the fact of them trying to help him.
Mm-hmm. The X-Men can't do anything right. So
is it Winchester County, New York?
See? It's like, New York is not the state to commit a crime in the MCU.
That was a pretty good question. Someone on Twitter had posted a question. Would you rather live in New York or Gotham?
Ooh.
See, now Gotham, you can commit a crime. It's just you got to hope it's not your night. You got to hope it's not your night.
You got to hope it's not your night, right?
Alive, because of the night and the night showing up in the night. But never mind, I'll stop.
Gotham, like, man, y'all committed 10 crimes and no one say nothing. Batman ain't real. lights turn off. Oh crap! I was joking. I was playing.
Yeah.
Hey man, I was just trying to feed my family. Don't matter, bro. It don't matter.
You gotta pick your time. You gotta pick your time. You can talk shit. But Hawkeye actually like I said earlier, it's a very good show, my personal opinion. Even though it was only 6 episodes, it does a lot to fill in the gap between the past and into the future. And it actually does fill out a lot of the gap for just specifically the favorite heroes of some people, Hawkeye. I think a lot of people don't put in consideration what he goes through as an actual human. And the show does a great job of just showing that human side of being a hero where everything isn't perfect. And just to I'm gonna ruin one thing for everybody. We now understand. I completely understand now why Hawkeye has but so many arrows. I thought at one point in time he was just endless supplies, and he actually admits in the show he's like, "No, I don't have endless supply. Like I gotta go back and get these shits."
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah,
it's totally hilarious, man. Because you think about it, like this motherfucker's got 18 billion arrows. Think about it, I compare Hawkeye to Green Arrow. And Green Arrow never runs out of arrows.
Right.
But Hawkeye admits in real life, he's like, no, I can't use this but so many times. Like I actually go back to pick up the arrows because I'm just a human being. I think that's mind-boggling for that, like to break that fourth wall kind of sort of way to say that. I think it's pretty interesting.
And it actually shows them, as a spoiler too, it actually shows them at that moment, like actually, or eventually shows them making the arrows. Like, no, he does. Like,
yeah.
I like that part. I was like, all right, that makes him even real touch of being like an actual human being. And I like that part. So
I agree.
I'm most likely going to get the Disney Plus for a month soon. I'm waiting for one more movie to drop because I was thinking about renting the movie, and I was like, you know what? At this point, I'm going to get Disney Plus for a month and catch up on all of this.
Which movie?
Shang-Chi. I think one more is supposed to be coming to it or something like that.
Oh, Shang-Chi. Yeah, Shang-Chi's already on there. The Eternals are on there.
I don't know what the other one is.
I actually bought Shang-Chi. I'm trying to probably watch it tomorrow, depending on if we get snowed in or not. But
it might be like when Moon Knight drops. That might be when I'm going to.
Yeah, so Moon Knight's gonna be a show, and
that's gonna be a couple.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, you probably should wait until after that. Yeah.
All right. So I see you got a couple of minutes. We're going to break for a minute, and we'll come back with our next topic of discussion. So stay tuned, guys. 34-35. Little mini break. Oh, woo! Sorry, guys. Max delivered me some of that stuff.
He's sprinkling it on you.
Send it a sample. Try this out.
Oh, I want to show you my new cookbook.
Is you about to bring out a real actual cookbook?
Yes, I am. I have cookbooks.
You know what? It's so funny we can't see it because.
Oh, this is Final Fantasy.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. So your screen's blue now.
Yeah, like, you better come back and see it.
Yeah.
I'm done. It's like.
No. Yeah. I gotta readjust today.
That hurt my feelings now. The camera's like, nah. All right, you gonna put a cookbook up?
I know, right?
Turn off your screen for you. Like,
we'll get him in as we work on. He works on this side for the green screen, everything / blue screen. So there you go. Yeah. I should get a green screen too, but I'm just too broke to do so.
Yeah, don't get the one I got. It's annoying.
I'm gonna check my location sooner than later though. I know I'm in the man cave at the current moment working on it. I know you guys see this here going on, but I'm gonna take all that out and go to a different location.
I'm a man.
I gotta remind myself sometimes, man. You know, I just being here watching, rom-coms. I'm like,
I'm gonna get a light, so I might do that, a ring light or whatever, so I can be brighter and I can just move wherever I want to. So,
so there's some good lighting options out there. Like if I wouldn't go to ring light a second time, I don't think I'd probably do like double lights if I had more space. But due to my lack of USB ports, because I have like a whole bunch of stuff connected in front of me. That's why I want the ring light. But I'm also gonna throw another audible. I was gonna talk about Moon Knight, but now I'm gonna do a quick talk about that show, How I Met Your Father.
Go ahead, we got you.
It's pretty funny to me, and I've never watched How I Met Your Mother. Like I was telling y'all off camera how like the reviewers are like, oh, this is a show that's made for like people, like it's like a cash grab for people who've seen How I Met Your Mother and all that stuff. And I was like, yeah, I was like, okay, possibly. Like they made so far one Easter egg, which I kind of figured. I was like, the way it happened, I was like, oh, this must be an Easter egg for people who've seen How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
It didn't really do anything for me. But then Hilary Duff's character is pretty good. And then two of the other characters I've seen in different shows. Like I seen one guy's from the TV show God Friended Me, and the other one, she's from the TV show Grownish. They hold their own. It's one of those like sitcom shows, which seems to be one of those things that they're holding against it. But I'm like, if you like 90s sitcoms or stuff like that, this show is like right up your alley. Like the 2000s 90s sitcom. It's not something like, it's not groundbreaking, but it will make you laugh at points. It's like some slapstick stuff here and there. Makes me want to actually go back and watch How I Met Your Mother now, because I was like, I've always thought it was like overrated because the way people talked about it and quoted it. I was like, you know what? I might go back and watch it now.
Does it have a gag reel, or it lets you laugh on your own?
It lets you laugh on your own. I don't know if they have a gag reel. I'm pretty sure they're probably going to drop one. They did do a shout out to Bob Saget though.
They did
say for him, because I didn't realize, because again I didn't watch the original one. He was the voice of the father in How I Met Your Mother.
Oh.
So yeah, so
he
did the narration for that one. And this one, it's Kim Cattrall is the narrator for it.
Kim Cattrall, who's
Sex and the City?
Okay. I know her name. I'm familiar with her name. I gotta look at who
Play
that
Samantha.
Is.
Everyone knows Samantha.
Samantha. Got it.
Yeah.
It's so funny now, Samantha. Know who it is.
Everyone knows Samantha. It's like the other ones, I don't know. Samantha, everyone remembers. She was the fun one. But yeah, it was a good watch. It was a good watch. It was they only have two episodes out right now. I plan on watching it. It's in my Hulu. It's in my queue now of sitcoms to keep up with as the week goes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So a little bit of comedy. I like a good comedy show to watch. I haven't been watching comedies recently, but I lied actually. I did watch the Netflix the stand-ups, which is actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. I haven't started watching the show. What was it, Abbott Elementary? I think. Or
bro.
I've heard it's been pretty. I heard it's been pretty funny. I've heard it's been pretty funny. The principal is on the stand-ups, and I thought I've seen her before. She's funny as shit too, though. She's funny. And
that's what made me want to go watch the stand-ups. I remember I saw like a trailer for it, and I saw her up there. I was like, oh, she alone can carry a show, I believe.
Yeah, it's funny because the stand-ups it has her on there. And it has I'm gonna hate myself now. She's on SNL. Vanessa Senior. I'm gonna say her name wrong. Give me a second. Vanessa, I think it's Vanessa Senior. I'm gonna hate myself because I know.
Sadly, let me see if I can bring them up, because I was like, I don't know. A lot of the new SNL cast members' names are recent ones.
Yeah, hey man. Give me 1 second. I can find it because Adina Senior. Where is that?
You said SNL, and her first name was Virginia?
No. Avina Senior or something of that nature. Oh, I hate myself now because here we go. Found it. There we go. Melissa Vina Senior. Melissa, that's her first name. I don't know what that was saying. I was trying to say Alyssa in my mind, but Vanessa Vina Senior. Valia Senior. So she's on there too. So it kind of caught me off guard because some of the because even on the stand-ups, they even had on the recent ones, they actually had Dion Cole on there too. And I was like, oh, well, he's on there too.
Well, they got Dion Cole. He has some funny stand-up.
Yeah, Dion Cole was on there. So Dion Cole was on I think the first season.
Oh, I gotta go back and watch that. Dion Cole got some funny stand-up, boy.
But it's like, more than one season to Abbott.
It just started. It's like
it just started. It's a brand new show.
I said go back.
It's got the guy from Everyone Hates Chris.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Like we said earlier, the young lady, did I say her name wrong? Janella James, I believe her name is.
And then I think the producer is
Janelle James. Mm-hmm.
No, it's
no, wait a minute. Not Janelle James. No, is it Janelle? Wait a minute.
No, it's the main character. No, because she used to be on BuzzFeed, a lot of their videos and stuff.
Oh, no. I was talking about the principal. My bad. But you're talking about
Quinta.
Yep.
Yeah, she's the executive and like she's like the main character.
Yeah, because she's the one. Yeah, because she did the HBO Black Girl skit, the Black Girl skit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But I was gonna say too though, Deion Cole when do them jokes like these just jokes and he starts
man.
Writing. I'm like, yo, I gotta see him when he next time he's touring in this area.
Yo, he's good, man. I'm glad he stick to his guns too though, because when he was doing on Comic View, I loved him on Comic View too. Stick to his guns. So
and he has like a special on Comedy Central somewhere.
On Comedy Central or Netflix? So on Comedy Central?
Yeah,
I know he has on Netflix.
Central.
Okay.
Was it on Comedy Central? I know he has. I seen it somewhere. Might have been too much streaming.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been a while since I've been looked at Comedy Central. To be honest with you, it's been a long time for that. Yeah, think about it for that. But yeah, the stand-ups and the Abbott Elementary, I think is pretty good. I'm gonna start watching that too. Like I said, it's pretty good. A lot of people say it's a mixture of the Office.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much elementary school style of The Office and everything of that nature. So.
Oh, I'm gonna definitely watch it then.
Yeah, man. Like I said, that's pretty good.
There's some good shows. I don't know what ones are gonna get cut this year because I've kept up with a few of the normal like Pain Motors and stuff like that, which is like from the people who did Superstore.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've been keeping up with some of them here and there. I'm like, so far they've all been pretty funny. Man. I'm like, I don't know what the viewership's like. I haven't really got attached to any of them because you know how it is. You're like, oh, that's funny. When's the next season? Never.
Yeah. Never.
Yeah. So,
best, man. Yeah. It's pretty good. It's pretty good things coming out though. Like I said with that, I mentioned. But from your perspective though, Mr. Thomas, what do you give to that? What do you give that show on the rating so far?
The premiere was a solid 7 for me. It was a solid 7. It wasn't great.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't bad. It made me laugh and it made me like want to come back to watch some more.
Okay.
In Abbott Elementary, that's a straight 9. It's a straight 9. It's a straight 9.
Straight 9.
I'm definitely watching.
What do you think is missing from giving it a 10? What do you think is missing from it? Maybe the star power, maybe?
No, I can see all these people. I feel like every character on this show that isn't big already is going to be in something else by the time the show's over.
Okay.
This is one of those things that's you're gonna have me look terrible on. Okay. Hey, hell, we'll make it a 10. Less children.
Less children? Is that what you said?
Kids.
It's a show.
Oh my goodness.
It's a show about schools, so I can't really. You can't take
yeah, I got you. But you just being honest. You're just being honest. We're just.
That's
on TV. It's just like
I was not even expecting that. I was not expecting that. But it makes sense now.
It's something about child actors. It's like they don't. They gotta hit the teenage years when they can actually act.
I got you. Some, I mean, think about it now. It was very, very just random. They're coming out with the second season of Raising Dion.
Yeah.
So when I think about that, when I think about that, I think when you say when kids how they act, like I was annoyed as shit at Dion in season 1. I was annoyed. And then I thought about it and I said, that's how a kid's supposed to act though at that age though. So is he actually he's playing himself?
Like
his superpowers. So I was like, I get it, man. And I think that's one of the times where you look at some actors and be like, you can't differentiate the actor from them in real life. Kind of like I know some people hate some characters in Game of Thrones, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Some people hate some of the characters and be like, that's not who I am in real life. Like, sure, whatever. Sure, it's not. Asshole.
I was say that dude from Power when they like whatever his name was, whatever kept going on about him. The son in Power.
Keenan. Yeah, Keenan.
Oh, son in Power. Boy.
They hate that boy. I don't know what he's.
It was like, I was like, okay, it's a show.
They straight hate him, man. I mean, they really do, man. They be killing me. They're like, I just play him. Whatever. Get the fuck out of my elevator. I've never seen the shit like that.
That was a good one. I was like, oh man.
I swear, man. I'll never delete Twitter ever again. I'm fully immersed in Black Twitter now.
See, I can't find my way into it. I can't do it.
I'm there. I'm sitting front row center sometimes. Yeah, I'm on toot my own horn, but kind of like a big deal now.
All right, when I see you in the shade room, I'm like, what do you do?
No, let me tell you, but it's funny. It's funny though, man. Like some people I follow be in the shade room. I'm like, wow, you made it to the shade room. Wow. Like I'm there, dog. Like, I'm there just looking. I'm like a fly in the wall with no problem, just eating my chips. God damn, boy, be going in on them.
See, you got the fun part of Twitter. I got like I'm in the gaming space of Twitter, and it's very political. And
yeah,
some people don't understand politics or business.
Trust me, man. Some people, Twitter's a very strange location at times, man. You got some people that come and be very serious, or you got some people that don't care about whatever they're talking about. I'm in that median sometimes.
I will say though, food Twitter, that's where it hits.
Oh, boy, who are you talking about? I love food porn. That's all I put on there, dog. If it's a good food, I'll post it. I'm trying to get myself in that too.
Worst thing is when you're hungry, you scroll and also you hit like that patch of food Twitter. They're like, yo, look at this plating I did of this French toast with an egg brulee or something. It's like,
yeah, that's true. And then I take my broke ass go make a sandwich.
Yeah. That's like a new cookbook. I'm gonna be up there soon. Don't worry. With my cookbook. Like,
that's a good cookbook though, man. So when'd you get that?
I got it for Christmas.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Oh. Like instead of something I could just enjoy, they gave me something I could learn from.
Did your mom buy that for you?
Yeah, like I'm some child who needs learning tools. This ain't Kwanzaa, it's Christmas.
Yo, come on. All right.
Am I wrong?
Got you. I mean, you're not wrong, Anthony. You're not wrong. I mean, I get it. Oh, I forgot about that. No, I'll bring it up later. But yeah, okay. So great thought on that show right there. We're trying to hold on to subject because we know our fourth co-star was going to try to pop up sooner or later, but he probably got tied up a little bit. But we're going to move forward though with the next subject, and we'll talk about it. So, Mr. Random, please feel free to introduce it to us.
So, I don't know if y'all heard, Xbox bought Activision Blizzard, and that was a major acquisition to the point where it caused like Sony's stock to drop $20 billion.
So we're talking about Activision, the brand for games, right?
Yes, they own Activision. It's made up of multiple studios,
right? Like
Activision Blizzard is like the parent company, so it's like Toys for Bob, the people who make Candy Crush.
Wow. Okay.
Overwatch, World of Warcraft.
And, Overwatch too?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And Call of Duty.
Ooh.
So like
I just read that Call of Duty. I was like, oh, they got Call of Duty.
Yeah, so they bought them. They went for $20 billion, and we talked about Activision Blizzard like a month or so, so many months back, because there's a lot going on over there. Like the people trying to unionize right now. They really do not like the senior management over there, like the CEO and all that stuff. They try to get him out of there. Which, side note, unless he does something ridiculous, that dude's going to get paid when he leaves. And these people are like, oh, we just need to fire him. All right, yeah, he can get like $20 million or $100 million to leave.
Yeah, the pension plan, right?
Yeah,
pretty much leave on a pension.
He's the CEO. He gets a golden parachute no matter what happens.
Right.
So I'm like, y'all ain't gonna be happy when he leaves.
Right. And he leaves happy.
Yeah. So it's one of those situations where people are excited that it's going under Phil Spencer and Microsoft. But at the same time, some people are bringing up the idea that, well, it's looking like, because Microsoft just bought Bethesda, which is like ID Labs, like a whole bunch of different games.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Bethesda.
Yeah, and then we talked about it a little bit in one of the episodes, how Tencent's been out buying up a whole bunch of companies. It's like everyone's just kind of buying everyone at this point. It's like, what are we're just going to consolidate into like 3 big companies for video games now?
Actually, I see that somebody posted that I guess on Game Radar that the U.S. government is going to look into overhauling merger guidelines because
but that's standard for that big of a transaction of companies, because it's like whenever you have like when the same thing when they're trying to sell WB Games, you have that type of major sale, FTC is going to step in and make sure you're not monopolizing a part of the market.
Right.
So
it seems like they need to overhaul it so it doesn't get monopolized, but it looks like it's on its way to being monopolized now.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. And then there's been some changes to the FCC recently, which I don't know if people have been keeping up with that, where it looks like they're being a little more scrutinous of things, such as I don't think we could have had a Disney buy Fox this like in this day and age.
Yeah.
Because it's like they're kind of a little more scrutinizing of it. So I don't know if they're gonna end up having to like sell off some of the studios before they can do it, or they can just let it stand and just let them take the whole Activision Blizzard. Because that's like, it's worth a lot of money. Blizzard's worth a good chunk of change for them.
Yeah.
So I think it's like they bought it for $68 billion or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also the factor that they're throwing in there that the workers are still in process of unionizing. So even though they're selling, the union, the negotiation is still going to be up.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't know, they can't really do anything about that because that already started before the sale. There's a lot of things,
a lot of moving pieces going on there.
And then they're worried about stuff getting pulled off of PlayStation.
Yeah, they're definitely worried about that part. I've seen that.
Yeah, because like Activision, like Call of Duty is like one of the number one most selling games regularly, even though people don't seem to care for it.
Mm-hmm.
But it stays up there. Like I know a person who that's the only game they own is Call of Duty.
I know somebody like that.
Yeah, which is
it's crazy. Like the only game they own, but they always have all the Call of Duty stuff. So
yeah,
wow, yeah, okay. I feel better about my Street Fighter purchases now.
It's right. It's like yeah.
So because that happened, you said the stock went down for Sony.
Yeah, because it was a major hit to Sony because it's like they were, I guess like people in the environment, like in the stock and trades, looking like, well, if they don't have Call of Duty, that's going to be a major seller for the people who just play Call of Duty. They're not going to buy a PlayStation; they're just going to jump to Xbox.
Right.
But it looks like they might keep it on both platforms because they're like, hey, we're making money on hand over fist. Why would we just force it to
keep it there?
Platform? But then also, Xbox is also looking into like a lot of different other things. Like, I think them PlayStation and like how Stadia has it, you can do streaming services built into the TVs where they can just play it that way if you don't have an Xbox.
Yeah, and a lot of TVs are going that. I think a lot of TVs have gone that route now. If it's not being streamed from just the TV, because I know for myself in my household, I got a Roku and the TV in my room here at this current moment. All the streaming services coming from there, so I wouldn't be surprised they put the streaming services on something of that nature too, such as games, anything of that too. So,
they already did it with Stadia, and I was thinking about. I was like, I don't think it's possible to find a non-smart TV anymore.
I don't think so neither, to be honest. Because after they got rid of the I know, like I said, I felt weird when I had my 32-inch, and I was like, let me go find another TV. And I really don't think I think they've streamed away from not having a smart TV as far as like having all the streaming service and everything on it. You don't have any more of those usual big screen with the backs and everything of that nature. And what I really was mad about when I was trying to find the TV was that all the TVs now have like the 2-prong legs at the end.
Yeah.
There's no central one anymore. So your only decision is either to have the legs or have it mounted in your house. And I don't like putting stuff on my wall outside of pictures. I like mounting TVs.
I bought a standing mount.
Mm-hmm.
That way I didn't have to put it in the wall. I could just put it on a stand. Have like one single stand.
Yeah, I understand that. Like for me, I guess I'm just traditional. I like the stand. I like the cabinet stand. I can place everything on there. That's what I got. That's pretty interesting though. Yeah.
Oh, that's something. I lost it. It was there. It was gone. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you why these smart TVs are the new thing. So the government can watch you and be listening to everything you say. Your remote is a bug.
It is a bug. Oh, yeah. Amazon, what is it? Echo and all that type of stuff? Bugs. My job even tells me not to have it on.
Shooby dooby doo.
I'm telling you, my job even says not to have it on. That's crazy, right?
But at the end of the day, you can't. At the end of the day, you can't really but to keep it on though. And, at the end of the day, it's kind of like how people It's kind of like how one thing you always never. Well, sorry, let me say this over again. It's kind of like how you never actually unplug the TV, so there's always electricity running no matter what. And then you're always having your PlayStation on plugged in no matter what happens too, or kind of like a microwave. It's always plugged in, so it's never going to be unplugged at a certain point in time. Something of that nature. So I think it's pretty interesting for that when you think about it.
See, I think they be listening to your sockets.
But man, they get a show in my room every day then, boy. Because I've been watching all types of different things. Transformers, a whole bunch of TV. I be reading dad jokes in here myself, be talking to myself. Boy, I know they have a show.
It's like, who are you watching today?
Right, exactly.
Oh man.
Boy, last week. Go ahead.
I wonder if they're gonna drop another Transformer anytime soon. That's a whole side discussion right there.
That's a whole nother show we can talk about. I did a binge watch of all the TV. Matter of fact, our next show, I'm gonna binge watch y'all Transformers. I'm gonna go through all the Transformer movies and how good they fucking are.
Really?
You know why? Because I'm a real hardcore Transformers fan. Unlike that weak Max talking about his Cowboy Bebop wasn't good. You never hear me say Transformers was bad.
Megatron, never wrong. Galvatron, never wrong.
Never wrong.
Starscream, he's just misguided.
He's misguided. I give you Starscream is misguided, but Megatron be wrong sometimes. Sorry, Megatron is wrong sometimes. This Prime is definitely wrong sometimes too.
Oh, Optimus. I don't know how anyone size of Optimus. I'm like, Megatron.
Because Optimus Prime is not what's it called? Performing genocide. I mean, come on.
You just trying to get me canceled today, huh?
Yeah, he's trying to get canceled today. That's what I see right now. I mean, what? All right, Chris. Let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
I had enough of this. I've had enough of this bull jive.
Save the children.
But the next show, I guess I'll give you half of my binge watching critique on the Transformers. So we can put that in there. I'll talk about the first 3 movies. Let y'all know how good that is. How good it is.
I might as well talk about some of these games I've been playing because I've played through a few of them, and I'm on the precipice of 2 new platinums. So,
okay,
yeah.
I think Jack and Daxter. What's the name of that video game?
Oh, that's an old one.
Yeah, that's an old one. Jack and Dexter, you mean?
From PlayStation 2.
No,
Jack and Daxter. No, this is Jack and Daxter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the PS5 one.
Oh, okay.
Is that just a remake?
Mm-mm.
You talking about Ratchet and Clank?
Or am I talking about Ratchet and Clank?
I hate you. I hate you.
Jack and Daxter's Naughty Dog. Ratchet and Clank's Insomniac.
I should have known. I should have known. From the person that just beat God of War 4 2 months ago.
Hey, look. Hey, I still beat it though.
I gotta finish that at some point.
I still beat it though.
I lost all will once James finished. I was like, I finished it.
Lost all will? Oh, yeah. I gotta think about it. Actually, yeah, let me stop bullshitting. I didn't even finish Resident Evil yet, so I can't talk about nothing. I'd be too scared to play in the middle of the night, so I might play tomorrow.
I know I'm be playing Ratchet and Clank, but I definitely want to check out what's that new one, Chris, with the girl on a planet.
Returnal?
No, not Returnal.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yes. Yeah.
What is it?
Horizon Zero Dawn. I've been playing that a little bit.
Oh, Horizon Zero Dawn. Okay.
Before Forbidden West comes out, but I might end up playing Guardians of the Galaxy instead.
Gotcha.
Guardians
of the Galaxy got good reviews.
Yeah, I think it's short.
I read that. I think next game I buy is gonna be the one about the death. I can't remember the title of it. We were talking about a couple of days ago. Well, a couple of shows ago.
Death's Door? No.
What? I can't remember the name of that. It's something. I think that where the here goes stuttering. Death has to take on the job himself.
Yeah, I just seen a trailer for it today too.
Oh, you did? Yeah, I can't think the name of it though. But yeah, I'm thinking that my next buy because that's kind of like Hollow Knight.
Oh, look up Record of Lotus Wars. There's a game that I just played. I played it January 1st, finished it January 1st.
Jeez.
And It's like Hollow Knight.
Jeez, what's it called?
Regular Lotus War, but it's like I can't remember that's like the subtitle. There's some weird long name to it. But like look, Regular Lotus War, PlayStation 4, it should pop up. Or PlayStation 5, whatever. But a game y'all might also want to look into because I want to play y'all in it. Windjammers 2. I've never played it, but it looks interesting.
Windjammers 2.
I think I see Record of Lotus War, Deadlit and Wonder Labyrinth.
Yes.
I got you.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it fairly well. I want to go back and platinum that at some point, but
is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll show you about that. Okay. All right. I'm okay with that. Well, unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to get Mr. Meta on today. We actually had him gonna come on here, but he's in the business of work, and we understand that as well. We want to say, Max, this show is for you again because we understand that you are working on getting your drug cartel up in Mexico. So we understand. I'm not dry censoring anything of that nature. I'm just saying I understand your work comes before play, so I get it. Okay, just be safe out there. So these shows are for you until you get back. And don't worry, I got your blankie in my corner over here. Just let you know I'm holding that for you. Okay. It's all right. So we'll put that on there for you. So, my viewers, I just want to say thank you for watching with us here. My name is King once again. I have Mr. Random here. Then I got Mr. James. We just want to say thank you for watching the show. And of course, always make sure you click like and subscribe for our show to make sure they're getting notified on what's going on. We do every show. It will come out every Monday, and we do it weekly. And we really do appreciate y'all for watching us once again, banter, bicker, and go back and forth and jib jab about everything. And clearly it's a random thing, but as you can tell, that's what we like to do. So thank you. We'll see you again in the next show, guys. Take care.
Peace out.
Skol.
Yeah.